All I know is that in between this Nicki Minaj mess, Nicki Minaj should have been canceled. This is long overdue. I don't know why everyone's acting surprised. She should have been canceled the second everyone knew who her husband was, who her brother was, just like our president is. And the fact that everyone's shocked that she all of a sudden supports MAGA is annoying me because I never liked her after I found out who her husband was and who her brother is, because she condones that behavior despite having a kid herself. And just like them, she aligns with the president. That's not surprising. She should have been canceled. People only care because now it affects them and their rights. That's the only reason why people are now disliking her. You should have been disliking her.
Happy Christmas Eve, folks. Happy Christmas Eve. I hope everybody is doing well, first of all. And I hope that you get whatever it is that you're looking for this holiday season, if you celebrate. In this video, man, we are continuing along the Nicki Minaj with the saga. They're saying that she deleted her Instagram, lost 10 million followers. I was looking into it. Some people were saying that she always does this. So I don't know how. Y'all let me know in the comments. I went through X. There was some community notes on posts, but people can kind of get away with doing that depending on the situation. There's a lot of X or TikTok videos. Either way, she's facing a lot of backlash. That's definitely that's for sure. And someone has decided to chime in publicly. I guess you could call him a major figure, and that'd be Joe Budden. He claims he's done with Nicki because of this. He claims this is the last straw. The one that broke the camel's back, he ain't taking it no more. That's it. I will say, Nicki's not the only one who's done something this crazy when it comes to that, right? We have some other people. One person that comes to mind is Kanye. But this ain't about Kanye. I'm just saying these types of statements that Joe is making could be made about some other folks as well. But we're going to listen to what Joe had to say, and we will go from there.
I will knock. Nicki Minaj. Come on. Let's get back to it.
Let's do it.
Nicki Minaj, Turning Point USA. She went out there. By now, you've seen it. I got a bunch of phone calls about it.
I bet.
I'm out. I'm done. That was it. Sorry. I'm gone. I'm gone. That's it. The last dance. That was the last candle on the cake for me. Sorry. Sorry, Barbs. Sorry, Nick. Don't call me. Don't text me. It is what it is. Sometimes how y'all move around out there does have an effect on how I view you. And this was one of them things. I'd be a fool to think that you didn't consider that before you did it.
I'm sure.
Which just says to me that you really don't give a fuck. I'm even more baffled. I don't even know how much of this conversation I could have. But they're so anti-transgender, which is confusing to me because I've been to the Nicki concert.
That's the thing that fucks me up.
I'm so confused by so much of what was said on that stage.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, hoping that maybe it was going to be impartial or there was a reason, but she was.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I went back and watched some more clips and all that, right? And you, hey man, you ever get secondhand embarrassment for something that ain't got nothing to do with you? Like, I'm watching these clips and I just want to turn it off because of secondhand embarrassment. I'm just like, I know I'm not hearing what I'm hearing. It's just, bro. And honestly, I wonder what it means when Joe says that he's done. What does that look like? I wish he would have went more into what does that mean? Does that mean if she comes out with a project, he's not going to talk about it? He's not going to support it? I feel like it should, right? If you're done, it's like, I'm not giving her no visibility, anything, no airplay, right? You would think that that's what it means, but I'm interested to see, one, how serious he is, because we know that Joe Budden and them vacillate a lot, right? Back and forth. They like a tumbleweed in the wind, you know? So there's very little consistency on certain things. So I'm waiting to see how that goes with that. And I also want to see what it looks like for him not to support her, and how that manifests itself in the media space. But yeah, did this in the aspect of how she now what looks like grifted off of the LGBTQ community. I mean, there's no other way to look at it. There's no other way to look at it, man. To do such an extreme or acute 180 out of nowhere, seemingly, for whatever reasons that none of us really know right now, except her and whoever else. And to essentially turn on your base, because that's what she did. I mean, I don't think there's any other way you can look at it. To turn on your base is inexplicable, man. And why you would do such a thing after it would almost be, and y'all tell me if I'm off base on this one. It would almost be like somebody like Lady Gaga doing the same thing, would it not? Like, can't you imagine that?
It's just echoing a lot of the shit that you would expect to be echoed.
I remember
highly disappointing.
Oh,
same. Extremely disappointing.
I'm not disappointed.
Very, very anti-black of you. Very anti-black of you. Let's just call shit what it is.
Okay, I got Joe on that point, and I'm with him. My only issue with them is they're not consistent. There have been others who we consider to be stars who have said and done some very anti-black things who didn't receive this same level of, let's just say, verbal lashing or verbal reprimand from Joe, right? You didn't get this same level of verbal reprimand, tongue lashing, if you will. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But still, I do think that Joe Budden, with his platform, and I know many of you guys definitely don't rock with Joe like that, but I got it. But he's still huge in the space. I think his podcast is like number 50 in the country or something like that. Something crazy. Either way, it has a lot of reach. So for him to be saying this should carry weight, as far as that goes, how much weight it carries will depend on what he does going forward. Because I feel like if he doesn't do something to back this up, man, it really looks bad on him and his podcast, honestly.
You were saying?
Oh, no. I'm not disappointed just because I've come to expect
had no expectation.
Yeah, or I expected that, unfortunately. I remember when I first criticized Nicki a couple months ago and I said she's doing these MAGA talking points. She sounds like a MAGA person. And the Barbs came after me like, why are you saying she's MAGA just because she cares about X, Y, and Z? Is she MAGA now? She's at a turning point conference. She's talking to Charlie Kirk's wife.
Talking about how handsome Trump is.
How handsome Trump is.
No, she went crazy.
She just called J.D. Vance an assassin, which is a weird thing to say.
Crazy.
To the woman whose husband was just assassinated.
That was a very awkward.
You could 30 pick any other word, right? It was like, oh, what is happening?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Didn't she? All little girls mattered when
Yes.
talking about that. It was a hot ass mess on that stage.
It was.
That's exactly
like there's no way to sugarcoat it.
Right.
I'm done. I'm off.
And I think part of that is because we respect Nicki's mind and her autonomy. In other words, I don't think she's being duped. I don't think she's a patsy. I think she knows exactly what she's doing. She's making a choice, and I strongly disagree with that choice. And so I can't rock with it. I still think she's a great MC. She's probably top 10 ever for me. Male, female, dead, a lot, whatever. I think she's just a great artist. But the choices she's making in life are stunningly disappointing over the course of her career. Although over the last year, it's exactly on brand what we would expect.
Yeah. I will not.
Let's look in the comments. So this must be a Nicki fan because their name is Onika Live. Are we supposed to care? None of you grown men purchase her music or stream it. So who cares? I'm about to be Team MAGA if it's making y'all this press. You Barbs are really manually controlled puppets with no self-awareness. Onika doesn't even give zero fucks about any of you. And that's clearly evidenced by her provocative MAGA stance. Yet you're still here showing loyalty to someone who publicly gave you all the middle finger. Yeah, give them all 2 of them joints like this. That's what she did. 2 of them. If she had 3, she'd have stuck 3 up. Joe, the woman beater, hasn't addressed Diddy yet. I mean, like I said, Joe could have addressed a whole lot more stuff too. So, I mean, at the time that those things happen, not necessarily right now. Don't get your political worldview from a rapper. That has to be your default position. Oh, well, true that. Look, how what this means as far as Joe Budden saying is, I'm just bringing it because it's part of the story. It's part of the what's going on. There's no doubt that Nicki has received a lot of backlash for this, as she should. I don't care how you look at it. It's multiple middle fingers to many groups of people, not just her fan base, many groups of people. And again, it's just another step in the direction that she's been going. And it's baffling. It's really baffling. And also, dude, she made herself look so bad on that stage. I don't know if she thought she looked good. I hope she didn't. I hope she still don't. If she went back and watched that, she got to be like feeling like, man, I look like a fucking idiot. And look, I will say, oddly enough, if you go through TikTok, there's a good amount of videos that still show support for Nicki, a good amount. But I will say this too. And even though they black, a lot of them got red hats on. So most of it's coming from that side. Of course it would, right? Of course it would. Was the juice worth the squeeze? I highly doubt it, man. I highly doubt it. But hey, we'll see how this affects her in the long term. Does she plan on dropping music? How will this affect that? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, though. And do you think Joe Budden voicing his disapproval and actually seemingly removing his support, do you think that will mean anything at all? Or do you think it's just more empty talk? We'll see. Let me know your thoughts, man. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. Spend time with your loved ones. Do what you can, man. And I'll see y'all probably, God willing, on Friday. I ain't going to do nothing tomorrow, all right? All right. God bless, man. Y'all have a good night. Make sure you stay subscribed to the channel. See you in the next one.